Giants fans, it's week 2 in the NFL. The Giants are playing the Cowboys tonight on NBC, and you're watching True Blue Review. Let's go over last week's game really quick against the Jaguars. We know that the Giants lost 20-15, but I think there were some positives in there too. Okay, first of all, our defense held them to 13 points. I think that's a big positive for that team. Granted, Fournette was out, and that helped us immensely. And actually, Blake Bortles had a lot of their rushing yards. He had 42 rushing yards out of like 130 some odd. So, I think that the defense for the Giants did a great job last week. Now, let's talk about the offense for the Giants. Obviously, the offensive line had a lot to do with why we didn't do so well. But Saquon Barkley, I think that big run that he had, which, by the way, Eric Flowers had a serious block on that. And he really had something to do with that touchdown. So he should get some credit for that as well, as beat up as he's been all week. Saquon Barkley, he had 106 yards off of 18 rushes roughly, and OBJ had 111 yards. I expect more from him this week. Rosas, 3 field goals. That's a big positive. Last year we weren't sure if he was going to hit them or miss them. And then Kalen Clay was this guy. Okay. He had I think he had 3 punt returns for a total of 5 yards. Right around there. Doesn't work, Kalen. Okay? You just get picked up off a waiver. Somebody's giving you a chance. Work with us. Okay? Give us some yards. We cannot be in the hole again. All right. So, defense. 1 sack last week. 1 interception by Janoris Jenkins, Jackrabbit. I think you can get more this week. All right? Let's see where we go with that. Again, defense held them 13 points. I'd like to see some more of that this week myself. So let's talk about this week's game against the Dallas Cowboys. Let's talk about the offense for the Giants. We know we need to get some help on the right side with Eric Flowers and with Patrick Omameh. And obviously last week they started putting Red Ellison over there, and it really did help out a bit. I think we're going to see some more of that. But I also think that it wouldn't surprise me to see maybe Shane Smith in a position, not necessarily directly up on the line, but maybe back a little bit, helping out in the backfield, helping some blocking, stuff like that. He's a big boy. He can handle it. Okay. DeMarcus Lawrence he's going to be all over Eric Flowers. And that has a lot to do with why we need to make sure that we've got that side locked up. We'll talk a little bit more about that later. And as far as I'm concerned, I think the real key to our offense is using our weapons. Opening up the game for Saquon Barkley to beat them down. And, those screen passes off the side, they'll work. Okay, we saw that last week. Okay? And then, obviously, spraying the ball out. Sterling Shepard, OBJ, Evan Ingram, hold on to the damn ball, Evan. Hold on to the ball. I think you start spreading the wealth a little bit, and all of a sudden, you're going to see some return on that. So I think that's a big thing. Scoring in the red zone is imperative. I mean, you work so hard to get down there. I'm really glad Rosas is hitting field goals. But we don't want to put the game on the line with a kicker. Okay? We need to score in the red zone. That's a big key. And then one of the things that I mentioned at the end of the game last week that I'm going to stick to this season is we got to score a minimum of 20 points. 21 points, let's say. Okay? That was even a theme from last year and from the year before. Okay, our offense isn't scoring enough points. So we need to score a minimum of 20 points. I'd like to see a 20-21 point game minimally from the Giants. So that's a big thing. So let's talk about the Giants defense real quick. Key of the game is what every team focuses on against the Dallas Cowboys, and that's stopping Zeke Elliott. Okay? Last week, he had, 15 rushes for about 70 yards, 69, 70 yards. if we keep them to that, we're great. Okay? But you also have to contain Dak Prescott, too. So if you're going to contain Dak, you've got to keep. Don't forget. I mean, let's just put it in his arm, and he's got a great arm. Okay, but when you're talking about containing him, you're talking about keeping him from rushing on you too. Now, last week he only had about 19 yards rushing off of 5 carries, roughly. If we can keep him to that, that's great, and I think we can. I think we can. We've got a great defense this year. And Coach Betcher's really got these guys. I think he's going to have them really working well together. So the Dallas offensive line is their weak spot. I really think it is. And I think that was proven last week in the fact that they gave up 6 sacks last week. 5 on their left side. 5 on their left side. Okay. Rookie Connor Williams, I believe his name is. And then Joe Looney, who's the center, who's taking over for Travis Frederick. Right in there, they gave up 5. Right in that zone. Okay? Snacks is going to beat that to death. All right? Expect Kerry Wynn to get some time in Dak's face. Kerry Wynn's been great through preseason and the first game. All right? So expect these guys, B.J. Hill, what am I trying to say? Kareem Martin. These guys are going to be all over that. Just like we should expect them to be all over our right side offensive line. Okay? So that's kind of what I'm looking at as far as the way the defense should be working. Let's talk about injury reports. Olivier Vernon really is the big name that's out for the Giants, and Travis Frederick is the big name that's out for Dallas. Olivier Vernon should be back next week. They're just giving him one more week to really get his ankle going. And that's fine. I thought we did a really good job without him being in there last week. Some thoughts in reference to Dallas. How long have we been waiting for Jason Witten to be gone? Let's take advantage of this, okay? Des Bryant and Jason Witten are gone, okay? This is an opportunity. Last week was an opportunity for a steal. Today is an opportunity to win a game in our division, and we need that. We can't give this up. We honestly can't give this up. Okay, so let's take this opportunity and seize it. The special teams, that's a big thing. Okay, we got to have solid field position. Again, Kalen Clay's got to get his act together. Our punter did a great job. Alex Rosas did a great job. Really, it comes down to Kalen Clay. I hope we put them in punt positions all day. I want him to get all the work. Okay, so that's what I've got on both teams. I want to thank Tin Cannon. Okay, great beer. Yeah, okay. So I'm drinking beer early on a Sunday. Do it yourself. Okay. I want to say hello to my buddy Rich. Enjoy the cast and enjoy the game tonight. I want to thank Big Blue Nova. I'm going to see you guys up in Herndon, Virginia. And I'm out. Enjoy the game.